Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Sui, however you guys want to pronounce it. I'm probably going to be mixing both throughout this whole video here, right? But we're going to be talking about Sui in this video because, some of you guys probably want to become millionaires off of Sui. Now, this doesn't pertain to everyone. This video doesn't pertain to everyone, right? If you got a smaller bag in crypto, or you got, you're more of a higher risk investor, this is for those that like a safer portfolio or have a bigger bag in crypto. Now, with all of that being said, take all of these price targets with a grain of salt. No one knows what's going to happen in this market. So before we get into talking about all of that, I'd like to ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. We're on the road to 20K subscribers. If you guys would like to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Comment what you guys think about Sui down below. And while you guys are down here, you guys can hit that Discord link to join the crypto conversation we're having daily. And you guys can ask about the Patreon and how to get into some upcoming projects, private sales, because you guys know we have been getting into some bangers and it's looking like the altcoin market is turning around. So you guys need to step your crypto game up by joining that Patreon group and checking out my ebook for the essentials to master in tokenomics. All of these will be in the description and in the comment section down below. So let's get right into the video, guys. Now, it's been a hot minute since we really talked about Sui, because we talked about this about a year ago, and I didn't think it was going to get as big as it is now. A year ago, of course, no one's a fortune teller, but we did break down how to get that airdrop. If you guys got that airdrop, let me know in the comment section down below. Some of the best Sui altcoins at that time. Things have changed, of course. That Sui ecosystem is now growing a little bit bigger now, and it's now sitting at $1.53 at a market cap of $4.1 billion with a fully diluted evaluation of $15 billion. As you guys can see, this came out back in May here, right? Back in May 2023, came out about $1.40, and it's now above its previous, that first all-time high, right? It dropped all the way down to about 40 cents. You guys could have got it around there, could have been stacking it up, right? If you guys were extremely bullish on it, of course, right? And of course, it did have that nice little run here that we had earlier in March up to $2, and it's looking like it's about to crack that once again, especially with all the hype that is having. I believe this is definitely going to have a crazy bull market in the terms of how big it's going to possibly get, right? Because not all of you guys are going to be able to make the type of exits that you guys are looking for with Sui, but it's now looking like it's becoming one of those blue chip altcoin. Now, our crypto talk on Twitter has dropped a one-page thread on everything you need to know about Sui as a blockchain ecosystem, what makes it very unique and all of that, right? And when you guys go look at the Move programming language, you guys know from this channel we have broke down that Move programming language in our Movement Labs video, because Sui, or Sui, whatever, uses one type of the language and aptos uses the other type of the language, right? So there's two Move language that is being used in this space as of right now, and we broke all of that down with our Movement Labs video, because Movement Labs is going to be another movie. It's going to be a Move language programming language blockchain that is coming out, right? That is actually going to be bringing the Move VM. So things could get very interesting for the whole Move language in general, especially now with the success of Sui. Maybe aptos could actually follow suit, and then Movement Labs at some point in time will be coming out. Now, the big thing to go look into right now, it is the vesting. Right now, October 3rd, there's going to be an unlock here of 6 rounds, right? But you guys already know we did all the work. We scrolled all the way down to October 2025. Essentially, Sui would be at 3.6 billion circulating supply. So you guys already know we plugged that into the coin perspective for our first price target, which is about $10, right? That's only about a smooth little 5x from here, right? Nothing too crazy. It'll put it Sui at a $36.3 billion market cap, where you would need roughly $154,000 to become a millionaire if you guys had that type of money. I already know. I told you guys this isn't for everyone that probably has a smaller bag, because this is one of those blue chip altcoins that where you're going to need a lot of money to essentially become a millionaire off of this. But you can also play this as a safe route, have a blue chip portfolio, right? But this is all, not financial advice, of course, right? Now, I do think Sui from this point do actually have a lot of potential upside, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to break it down now, because as of today, SWE just actually hit a $1.08 billion TVL. So there's a lot of money being staked in that ecosystem now, with Navi protocol leading the way, SWE land, Citus AMM, that's the DEX. So if you guys want to play this play, you can actually play the DEX. You guys know what I've been talking about on this channel. This is going to be a smooth way of playing this ecosystem is with Citus here, right? So with that ecosystem picking up, right, we already talked about some of the gaming plays that's going to be on this ecosystem, because that SWE play is going to be coming out the first half of 2025, which may bring more attention to SWE's ecosystem. And potentially the two hottest games that's going to be on that ecosystem is going to be Society, right, which is going to be a AAA pop shooter. We talked about that. I'm gonna leave that video in the comments up top, in the video cards up top, right? And then Dark Times, which is Animoca brand's flagship game, they chose to put on SWE, right? Animoca also did some other things. They have a partnership with DeLorean. We're going to talk about that, but it's looking like SWE may also become a target for gaming as a ecosystem that can actually help the success of SWE. Depending on how well the SWE play and Dark Times and Society take off, things could get interesting there in terms of gaming. Now, DeLorean also chose SWE to drop some NFTs on, right? This was just tweeted out not too long ago, right? September 17th, about last week or so. This news just came out, so there's a lot more eyes and attention going to SWE right now, bringing us to the next price target, which is $50 billion, right? A $50 billion market cap, where one SWE would just be worth $13.77. That's an upside of about 8 and some change X, right? Nothing too crazy. Once again, where you're going to need $115,000 to become a millionaire. This is crazy, right? It's pretty high up there. I do believe that SWE is going to have some good potential, but some people may be looking at it as the potential may be too low. But once again, I call this one of those blue chips that could potentially just anchor down your portfolio for real. Now, if you've been buying around that 40-cent range, you will be looking pretty good as of right now, because SWE is also getting compared to Sol, and I'm going to be making a video on that, because there's a lot to talk about, right? There's a lot to talk about when it comes out to SWE versus Sol. And like Kremlin, or 0x Gremlin here, put out a nice little thread as well on it. We're going to break down just a few points on it. He compares SWE's max TPS hitting 297k, crushing Solana's 65k. Now, the volume on SWE has seen an uptick in the past month, while Solana also seen a decline in volume. So I don't know how you guys are going to handle that, but we have to see how things play out. But SWE and Solana is getting a lot of comparison, right? And I think another comparison between SWE and Solana is going to be essentially their handheld devices, handheld gaming devices. As you guys know, Play Solana recently announced a handheld as well, while we just showed you guys that SWE also has handheld gaming device. So things could get interesting between these two within the gaming sector. Now, Solana did hit a market cap of about 75 billion last cycle, and of course now you guys are seeing, in terms of market cap, Solana has already broken past its previous market cap and not its price, right? That is due to tokenomics. Why I tell you guys need to pick up the essentials to master in tokenomics to understand this space a little bit more. So now, if SWE hits the previous market cap of Solana being $75 billion, that would put one SWE at $20.66, an upside of just 13x. Nothing too crazy, right? Of course, you would need roughly $77,000 to become a millionaire off of this. Now, this is a potential that SWE could hit this cycle. A nice little 13x isn't a bad game, but I know most of you guys aren't looking for 13x's, 10x's, 13x's, but this is pretty good for a safe play, a blue chip play in the early stages like SWE. Now, let me just give you guys some hopium here. As last month, Grayscale introduced crypto funds for decentralized AI projects, BitTensor. You guys already know we're bullish on BitTensor on this channel here. We've talked about it a lot, right? And they also did it for SWE as well. So things could get very interesting if you guys are following the money. Now take this with a bucket of salt, not a grain of salt. Take this with a bucket of salt, right? If SWE hits $100 billion market cap, this would put it basically at a $27.55 price, upside of 17x, right? $100 billion. We have to see how this market goes. You guys already know, you're hearing so many different takes on where this market will go, right? But well, let's see, right? You definitely would need about $56,000 to become a millionaire if it hits that $100 billion market cap. So things could get interesting for SWE during this bull cycle, but also next bull cycle as well. There's going to be a lot of developments, right? I want to know if you guys think that SWE success can actually help, you know, rise aptos, because no one's really talking about aptos as of right now. These two came out pretty much around the same time, and some people thought aptos would be the big brother to SWE, but now it's looking like SWE is the big brother to aptos. But you guys let me know how you guys think about all of that in the comment section down below, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.